Let me talk to you about why people fall in love with celebrities, though.
I already know why. That's why everyone's gonna fall in love with me.
Say Anna.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, just throw my concentration off. This is terrible.
Sorry.
So, you know how when you're younger, you might have dreams and things that you want to do, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, everybody's born into believing in this system and way of doing things. And if you don't have parents that believe in things outside the order or color outside the lines, then they're going to teach you how to stay neatly inside of them, okay? And you get taught to believe in a system of belief instead of just your natural human instinct and desires. And so all of that gets confined. And people don't teach you to believe in yourself or inside of yourself or in your things that you want to do. They teach you to believe that other people are capable of it or this person is the best. And you have to do all of these things outside of yourself to be successful, right? So that inner core belief to really nurture the things that you want to do never has a chance to come alive. But you see it clearly playing out in your head. And then one day you turn the TV on or you turn the radio on and you see somebody doing the exact same thing that you want to do. So then your desire to want to do it connects with their energy of doing it. And they become your favorite because they look like what you want to do. And you love them from a distance. Can't nobody say nothing bad about them. You buy all their records. You get all their posters. You know, you back in the day with Word Up posters on. You wasn't born.
No, I'm not really.
Shut up.
You talking about Word Up?
Stop.
All right.
Listen to me. So then you get the posters and you got them all hanging up on your room wall and all this other kind of stuff. And you dancing in your room and singing with brushes as microphones, and you really getting it in and breaking a sweat with your boombox and your TV and your tape and your VHS tape, and you remembering all of the damn choreographed dance moves and all that kind of stuff. And when it comes to stepping forward and really just going the extra mile to reach out to the people or even to get to know the people or find the resource of people that could really make these things you do in your confined space your reality, you shut down because you remember, oh, they said I can't do this. Oh, I gotta follow the family. Oh, well, all the family went to Ivy League college. Oh, well, all the family did it this way. Well, all the family did. And then you are unhappily moving forward knowing that you got this crutch of ideas that belong to somebody else, but none of them are fulfilling your dream. It's like, and when I say the crutch of ideas, I'm talking about all the people that might be in your family or your network of people where they live in this boring life compared to the one that you see painted in your head. And you get older and older and older, and you keep continuing on wishing and hoping that you did it. And so when they pass away, and I'm saying all this because, you know, it took me days to stop crying about Kobe Bryant, but I've always been like that. So I just get annoyed because not only with him, but with other people, you hear people, I don't know why people getting all upset and bent out of shape. They ain't even know who they was. No, you did know who they were because you knew their energy. Yep. So you knew the connection that you had to them. You knew exactly how they felt. The only difference between you and them is they made your dream come alive. And so you feel them. And it could be far distance. And this is why people passed out when they used to touch Michael Jackson. And because he connected with so many different people on so many different levels. Like you literally saw his entire life. From childhood, from struggles, when he struggled with acne, when he struggled with his voice, when he struggled with this, when he struggled with that. When he struggled with figuring out who he was. When he struggled with trying to figure out if he wanted to be black or white. When he struggled letting people see how, you know, he was going off the deep end. Like he was the Kanye West before Kanye West. He was a different version of it though. So it's just like you connect with these people, they have no privacy, and when you get to see parts of them that go through the same thing that you do, it's like, you know, they're human too. They living out the fantasy that you desire so much that you forget that they're human. But then when you hear that they made mistakes like you did, you connect to them even more. And so then when they pass away or something happens to them, you're more concerned about them than you are what you're going to eat at 12 o'clock. You know? And so that's what I'm saying. Human connectivity is the biggest thing that there is, and people ignore it until a shock hits your system or something happens where it forces you to pay attention to them. It's like subconsciously you always paying attention to them, but when a thing happens that will direct your focus right on them, that's when you feel it the most. It's not that you're not feeling it already, but you feel it the most, because then the devastation comes of, oh my God, you know, you were that pillar person that made me continue to believe in my dream, even if I started to change my mind and slowly approach actually doing it. You are the person that made it and kept it alive. And if you die or something happens to you, does that mean my dream is dead? You know, like, people are really connecting.
Yeah, they fully connect
to other people and what they really are doing with their life. And that's why I just be wanting to kick the shit out of people when they say, you didn't know them.
I know, it's so corny.
It gets on my nerves. You don't have to know them. Like, you didn't know Barack Obama, but you voted for him, didn't you?
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, it just gets on my nerves how people just, they're so disconnected. And it also just shows, like, if you could just be that careless, it's like it proves the disconnection. It proves the lack of compassion. That's what I want to say. It proves the lack of compassion, because people who can feel each other are passionate. I mean, and everybody has it in them. It's not that you don't have it. All of us have it in us. It's just that it takes certain things and certain people for it to be pulled out and for you to recognize that it's all there. But if you don't have a likeness with somebody and you can't connect with them, then, you know, you may not understand why this person is so upset that something happened to this person that lived a million miles away from them. But if you're compassionate, you can empathize with them and just have an understanding of why they would be upset, instead of just being like, I don't know why you act like that. I know why your evil ass know why I wouldn't act like that. You know, like, it's so annoying.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like part of me though, like, I connect with celebrities on different levels is because, like, I see parts of myself in them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they are living out my dreams, but it's like the version of myself that I see, like, at an all-time high, it's like little bits of each and every one, and I connect to certain artists differently. Like, it's some people's music that you feel, and then it's some people's music that it's like everything. It's just like part of you, kind of. So yeah,
it's like their lyrics, the music,
how the melodies, everything.
Yeah.
It's just like, even if you weren't a celebrity and we met each other one-on-one, this connection would be here. You know? Because
they have a way of, like, embodying your whole experience. Because really, they're writing song lyrics and creating music behind real-life experiences 99% of the time. You know? And that connects with other people. That's what brings audience. Like what I'm saying right now, what we're talking about right now, anybody who has ever fallen apart because somebody through a TV has, you know, passed or whatever happened to them, anybody who feels like this is going to understand what I'm saying. Anybody who has never felt like this might gain some understanding behind why people, you know, react this way. They may not necessarily agree that it'll be something that they do moving forward, but at least they'll have more understanding behind it. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't know them, I ain't grew up with them, so I'm not connected to them. That's labeling. That's just like saying, oh, that's my cousin. So, you know, but you got family members that you so far away from, you don't know anything about them, and you can't connect to them. And they are your bloodline.
Right.
But then it's people that are just on the stage and they are the star. And you connect to them. Well, we're stars.
Exactly.
Like you're like your spirit, your soul, you're a star. Stop trying to make me get all extra cosmic deep. I'm just trying to talk about a point about like it's like no, but seriously, it's the truth. It's the
so
stardust.
Yeah.
It's so for real.
Today, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was working and I was just around so many different personalities. And it's easy for me sometimes to get frustrated by different people, but I don't know why, but I look at myself as a celebrity, like an inspiration and a light around other people. And other people's energy show me that sometimes, like, I inspire them, you know, just by the things that they say and how people's actions start switching up and changing around when I come around them. And so I'm like, dang. And so I came across this really annoying girl today. But I wasn't even mad at her because it's just like all of us are special. Like, if you really think about yourself as a celebrity and as a light, that's exactly what you are. And even the most annoying people, or even people that's annoying to me, like, at the end of the day, everything is about love. Like, we all deserve to feel love and, you know, to feel like somebody can understand us or just be connected to somebody. So, like, I'm thinking, like, I connect to celebrities and people that, like, I just completely feel their vibes. But it's like, it's regular, ordinary people, day to day. We are all so special. Yeah. And, like, we don't realize that. And like, it just has to be brought out of you. Like, maybe you just need to be surrounded by an energy that recognizes that. And for me, I'm that energy. So, like, I recognize that everybody in this room is special, regardless of whether or not you can see it. So something in me was just like, yo, just treat everybody the same. Like, treat everybody with love. Like, regardless of how other people around me is treating each other, like, I have to choose to love somebody. Like, I argued with that girl today. And then after we finished arguing, I helped her bring the stuff to the other side of the... Because, like, that's what it's about. Like, bump that little argument. Like, I don't know. I just feel like everybody's special. Like,
well, yeah, you can when you arguing out of a loving place, you can argue and just, you know, let it go sometimes, especially when it's not that big of a deal. It's like, okay, we had a difference and it got heated, and I'm gonna talk to you in like 2 weeks, or I'm gonna talk to you in like 20 minutes. Right. It depends on the argument. But I agree. I feel like when it comes to celebrities, we all carry the same thing. Like I said, it's just not, it's nurtured in different ways. And so I had this question a long time ago. What is a celebrity? What does it make them? It's like a person, we're celebrating their abilities. Like, that's the breakdown of the word. So if you take it from to that extent, you have the same abilities. You just have to nurture them. You really can just
your own freaking
abilities. Exactly. That's why some people day to day. That's why you keep walking around saying you a celebrity, because you. When you're walking in a path where you start to understand yourself more, like you can really define yourself, you start to celebrate everything about you from the time that you wake up. And it's not to dim somebody else. It's just that now you learn how to finally embrace A1. You know, like you see the reason why you should be happy about yourself, or keep yourself encouraged, where it can like be contagious to somebody else, and you don't necessarily need somebody to encourage you. Like, you can be the beacon of light. You know, you can be that contagious thing. You can just help people learn how to move forward. And the only way you do that is by actually doing it. Because if you just sit back and do what they doing, it's going to be a whole room full of that. Instead of that one little thing that can just break the, you know, break the, or sit the elephant. What am I trying to say? God damn it, just forget it. Hey.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm mad. I can't stand when I lose my word. I just be like,
that just made me want to, I truly believe that words